In field service, we have an implementation of the new workflow engine. We have improvements to the calendar board. We've added the ability to add AP bills to appointments and service orders, and we've added the ability to correct field service documents even after release. So let's take a look at some of these enhancements a little bit closer, starting with the new workflow engine implementation. In Acumatica, the processing of service orders and appointments has been redesigned to use the improved Acumatica workflow engine. New automated service order and appointment workflows have been developed based on this workflow engine. With a new workflow, the state of a service order or an appointment, which is reflected in the status box of that service order or appointment, is automatically changed by the system based on actions a user selects. These actions may be buttons on the form's toolbar or maybe menu commands in the action menu. The set of actions available in the actions menu has also been updated, and the system dynamically displays the most relevant actions as the buttons on the toolbars, and in addition shows them in the actions menu. That also gives us some additional features that are very usable within the system. For example, we have simplified names now for menu items. You'll see that when we look at product. We also have the ability to pull this graphical state diagram out of an appointment or a service order to be able to use it for training or to understand the menu cascade that is used to move a transaction from one state to another. The next logical menu selections show up on the toolbar for us, and your developers can take this workflow tool and make custom workflow changes for field service so that you can have custom workflows for each service order type if you wish. And of course, these standard and custom states for the workflow are used by the calendar board color preferences window to change calendar colors. So let's take a look at this workflow state and how it's changed the way the appointment window looks within Acumatica. So here's a standard appointment within Acumatica. This appointment has not started yet. Notice that and here's my status, the most relevant items for me from within this action menu are shown now on the toolbar. So I can hold, I can leave or depart for travel, or I can start the appointment. Once I've started the appointment, now my toolbar options change. I can pause, I can complete. This diagram of the workflows is shown here in the state diagram. I can see the menu options that are available to me for each of these states. And of course, I can see how they tie together. So giving me a listing of the next logical event within each of these workflow states. If I'm a developer, I can use this customization tool to open up a custom package within Acumatica and then use the same tree diagram to actually make changes to those workflow states, add additional states, modify what I can do on the existing states. Let's take a look at our improvements now to the calendar board. Field service managers want to be able to obtain appointment information quickly and accurately. And our calendar board provides a dashboard to give them that information. To enhance that dashboard, the calendar preferences form has been renamed to be called the calendar color preferences form and modified. That modification allows the users to set up a color layout that is infinite in the number of colors that can be selected. The statuses for the boxes now are reflected in the workflow engine, and the control of the content for these boxes or information displayed in these appointments and service orders and unassigned appointments is now controllable by the end user. Let's go into product and take a look at the changes that have happened. So here's the calendar color preferences menu item. Notice that here are my workflow statuses. And with each of these statuses, I get a change in color. I can modify these colors. If I'd like this to be a little bit more or brighter yellow, I can move here on my selector. And of course, that gives me full access to practically any color, millions and millions of colors that you can add. If I add new workflow statuses, I can include those on my color chart and add those to my calendar. Appointment box information now has been enhanced to include any data element from the workflow. So if there's additional appointment information, if there's additional contact information, if there's additional service order information or address information I would like to display on that workflow, then or on that appointment box in the calendar, then I can open that up, I can select it, and that becomes part of the information that's available for me within that calendar dashboard. I can also do the same thing with service orders, and I can also do the same thing with unassigned appointments. Let's move now and talk about the addition of AP bills to appointments and service orders. Costs related to the provision of services to customers can be entered in different areas of Acumatica. For cost added to AP in the past, users had to add manually billable items to the service order or to the appointment. That is no longer the case with 2021 R1. Users now have the option of creating an AP bill directly from within the service order or appointment screens, or conversely, they can reference an appointment or a service order from within the AP bill screen. And this allows us then to transfer billable and cost only items back to our appointments. Let's go look in product and see what this looks like now within Acumatica. Here's an appointment that's been started. I'm on a details tab and I have a new button right next to create expense receipt called create AP bill. By selecting that create AP bill, it opens my AP window and allows me to enter an AP bill, which I will. I've added this AP bill. Notice that the AP bill now has two new columns that refer back to the service order document. I'm coming from an appointment. It's an MRO appointment number 6294-6. I can remove the hold now and release this, and the resulting transaction will appear on my appointment detail tab. With this item now securely included on my appointment, I have included the cost of this item in the appointment, and I can also include a billable amount for this, what I deem appropriate. Finally, we'd like to look at correcting field service documents. Customers need a way to revise service billing from time to time. These corrections may be undiscovered until after the bill has been processed and has been completely released. In Acumatica 2021 R1, we can now correct data in field service documents, service orders, service contracts, even if the billing documents have already been generated and the corresponding service documents have been released. Processes have been provided for the following situations. We can update a service document if a billing document has been generated but not released. We can update a service document if our invoice has been generated and has been released. We can update a service document if a time activity has been generated and released. We can update a service document if a project document has been generated but not released. And finally, we can update a service document if a project document has been generated and released. And all those details are available in the release notes for Field Service 2021 R1.